They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check.
Five.
Here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Orvin.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. He's got Anderson right side. 11 yards there, 1st down. He was the leading receiver for the Jets a season ago, Robbie Anderson. 50 catches, over 750 yards, and getting more and more comfortable with Sam Darnold. Now a year plus under their belts collectively. You'd figure that those numbers for Anderson might be trending further north. They'll run on 1st down. Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw is Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Darnold from the gun. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38.
Hey, alert, alert.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Run that, run that.
Check 3.
On 1st down, it's Rosen. Airing one out for Boyd. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Hey. You got three. Three down.
Rosen now off the bootleg. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
That's it. 180. Come on, boy.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. If you got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Wild Bill. 44, Mike, 44. Bring it.
Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. On first down, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Jerome Baker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. This is Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Bravo.
Darnold on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And over the middle, this is Parker. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. To throw is Rosen, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Brandon Copeland has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Hey, dude.
Hatch it. 54, Mike.
Hey, alert.
Watch 54. Watch the run.
Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. Airing one out for Boyd. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On first down, it's Bell. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing on 2nd down, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
No.
They run again with Carson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Middle.
They'll run. It's Drake. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game.
Check.
A first down throw, Darnold. And he rifles one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Bell. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Man, Eddie, 44, come on. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 44. Hey, wahoo.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, let's get in that hole. Run that. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
On play action, Rosen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Parker, the intended target. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a pass hauled in downfield. That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard gain. First down, New York.
Darnold now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%. They'll run on first down. Bell, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Darnold now to throw. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? At least.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Rosen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Rosen will throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Marcus May with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards.
Le'Veon Bell will kiss him goodbye. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big run that time by Bell. 77 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down. Back now in Miami. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll run it with Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner? Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and 1. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Third and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down. This is Carson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be second and 12. They'll roll him out right. Incomplete. Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play. Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free. Yeah, live to fight another down, right? Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he finds Stills, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing. On first down, Carson.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's get off the field, D. Shift.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. But he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll go again with Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Jets on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold, and it's caught by Herndon. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, team. Let's go. Hey, exit.
Darnold now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. He's back to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Middle. Alert.
Check. Crunch.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Drake. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.